Hello everyone and welcome back to EU4, where we're in the middle of a war with Orisa. It's a stupid idea to fight this war. It just is. And the reason for that is simple. We're not ready for this war. We have no armies in the region. We have no money. We have a bunch of loans. We're kind of fucked. But also it doesn't really matter because we're so fucking strong. As you do. But hey, yeah. We'll basically just spend a bunch of time chilling, not doing really anything in this war. For the most part, it's just our vassals doing whatever they need to do to win. This is nice. Some time to rest and relax and not actually have to do anything to win the war. Hopefully. Okay, what the fuck, game? I have no idea why the game is behaving like this, but I don't like it. It's very slow. Also, how expensive is this thing? Maintenance cost. Yeah, I don't... Well, either way. Have one here. And... Ooh, so much. Have one here. One here. And now we're at 2 million troops. One here. And these are standard legions. They're the big ones. The awesome ones. You in here. And that's all my money for now. Yikes. Well, now I should train a bunch of armies. That should be fine. Now we're, let's see. 1 million, soon enough that's gonna go for 2 million. We're all cool. No worries there. Just a matter of time. Yeah. We're chilling. We're all fine. No worries. I should probably build... Well, no, that's a star fort. That's not a star fort, but it's a fort. Just castle. No, that's a capital. This is a castle. Castle. Would you mind not actually using castles, please? Use star forts, if anything. Immortalizing an ancestor. Yeah, sure. He already lives in our memories. I will not waste my money on that kind of stuff. We really don't have the money to waste on that kind of stuff, actually. Yikes. Oh, that's just painful. The Indians are doing a good job, huh? And is that another... that's their capital fort. They don't even have a fort in there, not even a castle. What the fuck is happening, bro? Also, let's look at the peace offer. Now here's the thing, there's two ways to do this. We take chunks out of their actual home, like territories, their core territories, or we take, well, all of this, honestly. It's just all of this. Everything they have in Burma, all of Orisi Burma, is ours for the taking, if we so desire. Now that is an option that I really like, because that basically erases everything they've gained. Any Orisi gain since the very beginning of the war, or since the very beginning of the campaign, is just erased in one single engagement, in one single war. And I like that. I really like that idea. And it's also really confining Orisa to its own land. They would have to just attack somebody from the sea, from the coast, to expand from now on, because they no longer have any connection, like any land borders with anybody but us and our dominions, which is obviously an issue for them. But that comes with another set of issues. If we do this, we'll get, well, a lot a lot of overextension, a lot of not aggressive expansion, that doesn't really matter. But yeah, overextension most of all. And it's gonna really fuck our governing capacity. Like, we're already in a bad spot with the little we've taken in Korea and China so far. And I've even had to switch our reform from the Justinian Code to decentralized bureaucracy just to get that 5% extra governing capacity, because it was starting to get rough. So we could continue fighting in here and just go for Ming and all of that, or we could hand things off to India. Now the thing is, how much of this is actually colonial and trade regions? I'm sorry, what? The whole called bankruptcy. A ruler keen of the very best. What? A ruler keen of the very best the country can provide. A treasury governed by greedy and incompetent persons. Investments that went wrong and too many loans. That is how you dig the hole called bankruptcy. And it might have been all those or just one that one of our subjects stumbled into. That made one of our subjects stumble into the hole and fall all the way to the bottom. We can help them get partially out of that hole with a donation of money, or ignore it and make them help themselves. No, it's definitely in part our fault because we've been calling them to wars constantly. So intervene, send them money and a ladder. That's nowhere near enough, let's be real. 10 prestige. Yeah. They definitely need it. The reason I say that is because we screwed them over. It's our fault. How many more loans do we have? Well, I can't say. Oh, 27. Nice. Okay, 27 loans. That's a lot. That's let's see. No, it's 26,000. Now, also, looking at this, it's just this bit of the Indonesian charter and this whole bit of the Burma charter. That's not great. Not a lot of land is gonna go to Indochina. Brother. Yikes. I should have to feel about this. I really don't appreciate it. But you know what? If we're gonna do this, we might as well just get rid of everything that Orissa has ever gained throughout this, entire campaign. This is what, 200 years? Yeah, 209 years of progress, all erased in a single war. I feel like that's decently cruel, right? I can appreciate that. We could do, well, to be fair, we did conquer a bunch of land across like those 200 years from their own actual core territories. How much, to be fair, to be exact? And a chunk of their land, like a good chunk of it. Yeah, it's fine. No need to worry. We're winning this. It's casual. No issues. You don't have access through these lands. So yeah, that's a thing. But that's fine. We don't need it. Speaking of, I kinda need to see that. Separatists. Nobody wants to do anything. Oh god. Oh god, look at how many there are. There's so many of them. And that's the first of the armies coagulating. Oh god, look at this fucking shit show. Imagine having to fight them, like having to fight all of these as single regiments. Ugh. The AI might be able to do it. I certainly won't. Ever. Oh god, this is horrifying. Rebels have crossed the border. Look at them run around. Oh, fucking hell. This is genuinely making me feel weird. Look at them. Look at all of them. It's horrifying. Don't build. God damn it. I'm not supposed to build shit. I'm supposed to pay off loans. Brain, come on. Oh, God. Holy fuck. I don't even know who I'm fighting and where. In here, huh? Okay. Cool. So for peace, I want everything you have to give. Everything you are. Oh, you're willing to give it to me. Almost. Almost. Yeah, you can siege down everything in here. It's fine. Yeah, definitely. Do that. Rebel suppression. Definitely important. You. All across here. Good enough. Okay. Okay, that's good. That's decent. That's decent. I have no idea who you're killing, but you're killing somebody. That's good. But you know what? I want those 48,000 dudes to go on those islands and crush them because we can. Yikes. This is a thing. I don't particularly appreciate the situation. But hey-ho. And you've gathered in the south. Why does Orisa... Like, why do they always attack the south? I find this very weird. They always attack in the south. Like, no matter what. If we're at war, they attack in the south. Oh, I might have done a stupid. Navy mission cancelled. Galleon. Yeah. What is all my fleets that are on active duty? None. Yeah, you retreat here. That's cool. Yum. You have only war galleons. Detach obsolete ships. I don't wanna do that. You go there. We need to retrofit our ships. We need to fix up our large amount of fleets. And just get them all up to snuff. That means upgrades. That means getting rid of all of the useless ships that we don't actually want. There's a port on the other side. What the fuck, bro? I want to build Panama Canal, but it's like 30,000 ducats, and that's gonna take a while for me to get. I haven't been smart with my money lately. Like, at all. But hey-ho. And I keep being not smart by upgrading fleets that I'm not actually gonna use. But hey-ho. What you gonna do about it? You go there. Yikes. You're fine. You should be fine, right? Yeah, you're fine. You don't have any obsolete ships. You don't need to do anything. But you have a flagship, unfortunately. You go in there. Yeah, stop fighting. Stop doing anything. Run. You're fine. Medusa. Get in there. Get on that island, to be specific. Kraken. Oh god, so much shit. Our fleets are absolutely wild. And you actually need to go and join Chimera. Why? Oh, I just feel like... Oh, they can go through the Panama Canal. That's cool. Okay, so the Panama Canal is actually usable. That's awesome. I can appreciate that. Oh boy. And any money we still had is now gone. Let him stay home. Yes. Oh, hell yeah. Let the dude stay home and give us institution spread, because we need it. We've built so many manufacturers that our institution spread is really good right now. Except it still takes 21,000, well, ducats to actually get this done. Which is unfortunate. It's quite unfortunate. Also, who the fuck lost? How did you lose? How the fuck did you lose? Who was it? Fine. Whatever. Whatever. It's fine. It's all good. And next, Australia treasure fleet. The fact that I can actually care about that now is bad. Like, that was what, 300 ducats? Not even that. But I'm still feeling, for some reason, kind of grateful. That's not good. I'm not supposed to give a shit about that sort of money. Not in this campaign. Ah, fuck it. It's fine, it's fine. And through here, and all of that. You're gonna do that. It's all good. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. And did you didn't finish that siege. Why did you not finish that siege? If you don't mind me asking. By the way, what is... Ah, here you are. Yeah, go deal with that, if you'd be so kind. You. Actually, you come here. No, you come here, it's fine. You come here. Who else? Who else is getting built? Well, who else is ready? Nobody. By the looks of things. Huh, I feel like is the AI automatically moving along and just avoiding the army? That'd be cool. Because usually when you give them the AI, when you tell them to do something, they'll just... What? Hawaii has done something. Okay. But yeah, usually when the AI has something to do, they'll just be stupid about it. When you give them like special missions and stuff. Rebels have crossed the border. Well, that's unfortunate for them, isn't it? You've crossed the wrong border, bitch. Oh yeah, and well, you might have noticed this before I did. But between episodes I noticed Shun just getting freed. Don't know how or why or when. If this is bad, I should probably... You know what, fuck it, let's build another army in here. What am I fussing over? Let's build... Ooh, that's too much. Ooh, that's 2 years. Just about. Oh no, that's 1 year. What am I talking about? Just 1 year. 1 year or... yeah, let's take it. Let's take it like this. That's fine. Now we take care of that. To take care of our forts, our regions in here. Also, I did realize what happened with Taiwan. We did take Taiwan during that war with Ming. It's just at some point, ow, what the fuck? Oh, we rule as we see fit. Yep. I really need to fix things. I really need to fix things. Brother. Pay the loans. I have 25 of them. And in 1 year, we're gonna have to renew them. Oh, brother. That's not the best. But that should give me only 25. That gives me, what, 1.5? I'm trying to figure out how much one loan inflates your economy. Like how much inflation you get from one loan. Oh, just 0.1. Okay, so yeah, it's 2.5. So we should be fine if we can get rid of 5 more loans by the time these loans start kicking in. We should be able to fix the inflation. Like by the 1st of November, we should be able to fix inflation in just one simple click without actually having to worry about much stuff. Hopefully. You are ready. You go down south, laddie. You are ready as well. We're all going down south. These 70,000 death stacks are horrifying to look at. Actually, military, let me see. What's our combat with? 34. We should, technically speaking, extend our cannons, like put 2 more cannons and 2 more infantry on these templates, but that's fine. Like for maximum effectiveness, that would be the way to do it. But who cares? If you're worried about that, at this point, it doesn't really matter. If there's no point in worrying about that shit. We win. We just win. That's what we do at this point. Now, I could raise this army. I could take this army from here and march it against those guys. 15 cannons to 10 cannons. Unfortunate. Oh, you guys are done, huh? And like that, you are gone. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. It's very beautiful. And you are actually no longer needed here, but you are needed in here, to be fair. Yeah, you go there. Okay, all is well. Also, I just realized I didn't mention anything about last episode, because last episode I obviously didn't talk, because OBS just decides sometimes not to record my voice, not to use my microphone. And the weird thing is, I thought I knew what happened and why. Like, because I had these sorts of issues way back when I first started. And I thought I understood what was happening and how to avoid it. I was wrong. I thought I was accidentally or by design pulling my microphone out of my PC and just putting it back in, like disconnecting and reconnecting my microphone between recording sessions, and OBS would just ignore it for some reason. I was wrong about that. Even if I do that, OBS still registers, still finds my microphone. So it's still there. Even if I disconnect it and reconnect it and do whatever, it's fine. That's not the issue. The issue, apparently... core creation cost. Greek, Hellenic, yep, welcome. Even though production efficiency would have probably been better. But the issue with that, is not... it's apparently not the fact that I'm doing that, but something else. Because I haven't disconnected my microphone in like, I don't know, months at this point. It's been in there forever. And nothing apparently changes. Don't know why. Kind of pissing me off. These lads are ready to fight. Gain the core province. Ooh, this is disgusting. This is gonna be brutal. Let's watch. Do you wanna siege my shit? Do you wanna come into my lands? No. You can separate, you can do your particularist shit or Ning separatists. Oh, you're Ning separatists, so therefore you can actually do harm to me because some of this land does, well, used to belong to Ning. Well, tough. You just died. Bitch. That's what you get. That's what you get. 43. All of you, keep on going over there, it's fine. Where's the stacks? You are gonna sit in here. You are gonna sit in here. You three going in there. Okay, that's good. That's good, that's very good. The 44,000 dudes, they're marching in here, not really with a purpose. I saw that 44,000 stack, and I was like, how about we don't? How about we don't let them roam? That'd be bad. Okay, these lads, let's go relieve that fort, relieve that siege. These 70,000 dudes, get them in there. These dudes, you can actually march on their capital. They can't really stop you, even if they want to, even if they try. Well, if they really, really try and really give it their best shot, they might. But that's unlikely. And you do not have cannons. Why do you not have... Did your cannon get killed? And that's just unfortunate. That's just sad. Oh, also, yeah, I should have continued. I should have finished my thing about what happened with yesterday's episode. Arcos has been raided. Well, fuck him. Yeah, I spent the entire episode just talking about this really awesome Romanian movie I watched. A movie that came out in like 2010, so relatively new, especially for like Romanian. What would you call that? It's not like... Well, for Romanian movies, that's... For a serious, actual movie that's cool and you want to watch and is very nice. Yeah, no, that's relatively recent. Because we have a lot of comedies and shit and shitty TV shows like any other nation. But, actual movies that are genuinely awesome productions, like, honestly, I'm just gonna say it. It's been years since I've seen anything comparable from Hollywood. I'm gonna be real with you. And that's not even saying, that's not me being patriotic. I assure you, I could care less. Well, I couldn't care less. But the thing is, it was a movie based in, well, I guess the premise of the movie really was what was most important. But it was a movie set in well, it lasted for a couple of years. But it was a 2.5-hour movie following a partisan band from the late 40s to early 50s, who was fighting and who was hiding in the mountains and fighting against the communist regime in Romania. And it was such an awesome fucking movie. I recommend it. Well, I do recommend it, except I don't think you'd ever find it anywhere. I barely found it myself, and I saw it in like 480p. That's obviously not good enough. So, unfortunate, but what can you do? What can you do? Also, take that. I should probably do this before I have to... Before I do anything else. You. Get yourself up to snuff. Fix that. You. Get trashed. You. Get yourself up to snuff. But yeah, it was a really cool movie. And I feel like I don't really want to give spoilers, but at the same time, nobody's really gonna watch this movie. Nobody that's watching me is gonna watch this movie. And it's such a good movie, I kind of want to share it. I'm really excited about it, which doesn't happen often. Well, it does kind of happen sometimes, but it doesn't happen often, okay? Promise. But, this dude, this university student, this Romanian university student, was the leader of this partisan band, and he was, like, his name was Ogoranu? Yeah, Ogoranu. That was his name, but his nickname was Moshu, which means the old man, like, old man. And, well, obviously he was a university student, so he wasn't really an old man. But, that was his nickname, and his group was was named after him. Grupu, the Ogoranu group. That was his partisan group, and they they did some crazy shit. Well, crazy shit. They fought pretty much in the mountains all the time, and they ran around the mountains pretty much waiting for help from the Americans or the British or just the West in general. Though France was... Well, France less so. But the West in general, they were waiting for help to get rid of communism from their nation. And as we know, that never came. There was never any help. Ever. No help. No nothing. And, yeah. That was one of the sad things in the movie. Like, there was a genuine scene, because communists, as you may well know, communists really hated religion, and I hate the fact that I have something in common with them, but yes. And yeah, they really hated religion, and they persecuted a lot of priests throughout the regime. And there was this scene with a priest being interrogated, being like, he was all beat up. He was just he did not have a good time that day. And the dude that was interrogating him was trying to make a point and shit in the usual communist manner of violence and brain and stupidity. Okay. And trying to make a point that God is not real, and that yada yada yada, by just intimidating him. And what the dude does is pulls a partisan. I'm not sure if it was part of the Ogoranu group or not, but he pulls a partisan into the room and is like, "See this motherfucker? He's fighting in the mountains. He's fighting in the mountains. He has guns. He has friends with tools and shit. And he, what does he do? He kills my fucking men. All day, every day. It's just like, that's what this fucker does. That's what he does. He's in the mountains waiting for some goddamn Americans and some goddamn British to come and help him. And guess what? I'm about to kill him." And he starts beating the shit out of the and he just goes, "I'm gonna." Well, he doesn't say. He says, "I'm gonna also calcam picioare," which means I'm gonna stomp on him. I'm gonna beat the shit out of this dude. And that's exactly what he does. And throughout it all, he just screams, "Where's your fucking Americans? Where's your fucking Brits? Where's your fucking God? Nothing. Nothing. And nothing." And that was a genuine moment. Like, yep. There's no Yanks. There's no Yanks coming. There's no Brits coming. There's nobody coming. Ow. Must hurt. Must hurt real fucking bad. And yeah, they didn't come. There was no help. I was looking at that scene and I'm like, oh, that must feel horrible. That must feel horrible. Besides the beating, you know? Like, and one of the other things that at least, well, I already know a lot about how communism works, because one of my classes this year was communism history, like the history of communism, and more specifically communism in Romania. So I know a lot about it and how the regime worked and how, you know, everything went down and all the horrific shit that was happening and all the brainwashing and all the teaching kids to, you know, be communists and do all that kind of shit. But there was this scene that really stuck with me of this dude, one of the partisans, running away. He gets cornered. Like, he was sleeping in a barn in the hay, and the owner of the barn comes in and wakes him up and is like, "They're here. They're about to surround you. I didn't sell you out. I swear I didn't sell you out. I don't know how they got here, but you need to go now." And he takes his stuff. He's already dressed. He's slept dressed, and he just bails and he just books it like a man possessed. And he just runs for the fucking hills. And they're screaming at him. They see him. He's taking pot shots at them to stop them. And he gets shot. He gets shot, goes down, dies. Goodbye. But the thing is, he wasn't meant to get shot. He wasn't supposed to be shot. They didn't want to shoot him. They wanted to catch him alive, and they could have. But one of the militiamen, one of the dudes that was part of the operation, genuinely said, like, "I was afraid. Like, if I didn't shoot him and he got away, I was afraid I'd get myself killed." Like, the officer goes to him like, "You fucking idiot! Why did you shoot him? We were supposed to catch him alive." And the dude was like, "I was afraid, boy. Like, I was afraid. So I got scared. Sorry. I'm sorry." Like, I know we were supposed to catch him alive. Like, what if he got away? He was running past me. How was I supposed not to shoot him? Like, what the fuck am I supposed to do? I was terrified of the idea of, like, of paying for this. You know, it's like I was terrified of the idea of, like, getting used as a scapegoat for letting this dude get away, and for good reason, because he might have, like, that might have happened to him, because yeah, the dude was running past him, so that genuinely might have happened to him. But that would, like, really put it into perspective. Like, yeah, a lot of the population, a lot of the people actually working in that situation, in that government, didn't believe it, especially at first. Didn't believe in the whole communist ideals, but were too afraid not to do their job, which is, eesh, you don't want that. That's not good. But I didn't take these islands. I swear I took these islands, or were there separatists? I think they might have been separatists. Fucking hell. And it was, like, it was such a good movie. It's such a fun movie. Another scene that, well, this one didn't stuck to me because I was like, yeah, I know how this works. I know how totalitarian governments work. But the old man and one of his comrades, one of his fellow partisans, they're walking, like, they walk out of a forest and they just happen to, like, meet up with a bunch of kids, with, like, 4 kids, 2 boys and 2 girls, I think. And they're pioneers. The kids are pioneers, which is communist. Basically, you're in school. It's basically like scouts. It's basically being like being part of the scouts, except you're the political scouts. Are the scouts political? I don't know if the scouts are political, but you're basically part of the scout. Like, they were like communist scouts, scout crew, whatever. And the kids they're not scared of them. They're not afraid of them. These dudes are carrying all kinds of stuff with them. They have pots, they have coats, they have gear, they look like what they are. And they have guns on them as well. And the weird thing is, the kids are not afraid of them at all. They're not. They don't even look at them twice. They're like just talking with them as normal. But the things they're saying, you realize immediately why they're not afraid of them. They're not afraid of them because they don't realize what they are, even though it's so fucking obvious. And the reason they don't realize is because their idea of enemies of what the enemies of the government are is so different from reality that it just doesn't make sense for them. Like it doesn't register. It's such a different, like, their idea of what an enemy of the government is so different from actual reality that they just don't make the connection. It's not there. And still a chance? No. Oh, this is good. And they genuinely have a chat with these two dudes who are enemies of the government, and they genuinely say, like, the kids are saying like, what are the two dudes, the old man mainly is the one that talks, and is like, so what do these partisans look like? Well, what are these partisans? What do they look like? What do they do? The kids are like, they have horns, they have sharp teeth, they're pretty much describing demons or monsters, and they kill people, they steal, they kidnap children and drink their blood, and all kinds of horrifying stuff that, the usual propaganda. And it becomes painfully obvious that they have no idea what the fuck they're talking about. They're kids, what can you do? But and then the dude, the old man, asks, and what would you do if you saw these enemies of the state? Like, turn them in, obviously, immediately, just turn them in, definitely, turn them in. It's like, yikes, these are the kids. That's what's happening to the kids. And as the conversation finishes, they turn into the forest, and the old man looks at his friend. His friend still looks at one of the kids, like the oldest of the kids, girl. Is like, do you know any of the other kids? Is like, that oldest one, that's my niece. It's like, that's my niece right there. Yep, that's my niece. Awesome. And pretty much the movie is pretty much made of these kinds of moments. Like, it's constant shit all over the place. It doesn't fucking end, and it's awesome. I love that movie. And you have, for example, another moment. They're walking through the hills because, like I said, they're hiding in the mountains. That's where they mostly live. But they're walking through the hills and doing their own thing, like looking for some farmers that care for sheep, and they end up at one of these farmers, and he goes, and he greets them. He's like, "What you doing, lads? Like, how are you doing, lads?" They have, some small chat, some good times, and they ask, like, "You mind giving us some cheese?" Because I don't know if you know how cheese is made, or at the very least how cheese is made, like, traditionally in this part of the world. But I think once the process is near complete, you let it, like, you put it in a special type of cloth, or just cloth in general, and you hang it off of something to just drain, and it just drains, and that's how that's pretty much the finished product at that point. It's like a bag of cheese hanging off of something, and the old man has two of them hanging off of a beam, like at the entrance of his place, at the entrance of his pretty much where he lives while he takes care of the sheep, and And I'm assuming where the sheep take cover during the rain or stuff like that. Probably not. Well, no, definitely. Just where he sleeps, I think. And the dudes, and he asks, and the partisans, the group asks, you mind giving us one of the, like, some cheese? You mind giving us some cheese? And he's like, I'm gonna give you 2. Just don't touch the small one. I put stuff in there. Like, I had to put, like, cheese. Like, I had to put some stuff from them, like the security forces, like the militias. They brought me stuff, and I had to, you know, put it in there and mix it up while they were looking at me. They were looking over my shoulder, and I'm like, yeah, get this done. And he's like, don't mess with it, then. Do not mess with the smaller bag of cheese. Bad idea. Whatever's in there, probably poison, is not good for you. And the dudes just take the cheese, go on, all is well. Ow. 1st of November. The 1st of November is not good for us. It's not a good time for us. But I take the cheese, go on. And then they go to another farmer that's in the area to see if he's willing to give them some stuff, so they can eat, so they can, you know, sustain themselves. And this farmer's place, this farmer's abode, shall we call it, is burned down. It's destroyed. It's toppled. It's gone, and he's not there. So obviously something happened. Now, what could have happened to that one farmer? To that one farmer dude? The security forces, obviously. And there's no sheep. There's nothing there. Except for one bag of cheese hanging off of a beam. And they just take a moment to laugh at the sheer stupidity. Like, how stupid do these guys think we are to actually pick that shit up? Like, bro, that's so incredibly obvious. And just have a laugh about it. That's cool. That's awesome scene. And I should mention, like, how the movie progresses and how the story of this band progresses, even though it's grim as fuck. But basically, as they stay in there, as they keep fighting, they eventually, let's see, but they eventually just can't take it anymore. They have moments when some of them are genuinely like, I can't take it anymore. I am going to break. If this keeps going, we are at the end of our rope. There is not enough. Like, people have genuinely stopped giving them food because they're afraid, and they're no longer getting food. They're no longer getting a lot of the stuff they need to actually keep doing what they're doing, and that's obviously a problem. But as they're discussing on one of these occasions, as they're discussing what to do next and what's happening, something comes up on the radio as they're sitting there talking and just having a shit time. And what comes up on the radio is the announcement of the death of Stalin. And at that moment, everything just stops. Everything just freezes. It's like, the world is a better place for it. And they just start fucking partying like mad. And just the sheer joy of it. Like, Stalin is fucking dead. Hoorah. Hooray. That's so good. And they're just having a grand old time partying over the death of one of the most prolific mass murderers of history. They're just absolutely having a blast with it. Again, awesome moment. I really like that. Let me think. What else was a cool moment? What else was a cool moment? Well, I suppose there's this theme that it's not really a moment, but it's a theme that goes across the entire movie. They keep fighting in the mountains, right? They keep fighting in there. They keep... Ow, our military power is shit. You just have to go. I'm sorry. You're awesome. Discipline is always good, but like, no. National supply limit. You know what? That could be good. Yeah, welcome to the team. That's a decent amount of military power, I guess. But, one of the themes of the movie is that they keep fighting in the mountains, they keep doing what they're doing, fighting the good fight, doing whatever is necessary to survive and to resist the regime. And as time passes, less and less people are willing to help them, because they're cracking down on their families, on their neighbors, on everybody in the region that might be willing to help them. And the first member of the band to die is this dude that, like, they're going to his home village. They're going to see his mom and take some supplies. And like ask for some help, for some supplies. And they run into one officer from like the security forces. And the officer stops them and is like, "Where are you going?" And the dude is like, "We're coming from my cousin. We're visiting. We're going to home." It's like, I ask you where you're going, not where you're coming from. Give me the fucking papers. Give me your ID. What's this? Our recent wars have given the rise to competent leaders, even from the peasant stock. We could prosper from their skills, or we could reject them, as they, after all, are not noble. Accepting them may upset factions in our country, though. Yeah. Learn from them. But obviously they can't show their papers. I'm not even sure if they have any papers to show with them, because why would you? Like, why would you have them? And considering, like, depending on when they actually went into the mountains to start fighting, they might not even have papers given to them by the communist regime. They might genuinely not have those kinds of papers on them, or never even have had them issued from the current government. So the dude just pulls out a fucking gun and shoots the guy, shoots the agent from the officer from the security forces. Just puts a bullet in him, or a couple of bullets in him, and they bail and they run, and they get away. And once they stop to catch their breath, and it's like, "Oh, we're alive, awesome, let's get the fuck out." The dude just goes, I need to go tell my mom. I need to go talk with my mom. Like, I need to do this. It's a must. It has to happen. Because the next time if I don't go now, the next time I'm gonna see her is in spring. Reminder: this is currently summer, I believe, or like late summer. I'm pretty sure it was like August or something. It's like, it's gonna be months, and she's not gonna have any idea if I'm still alive or dead. I haven't seen her in months already. I need to talk to her. I can't let her stay there just worrying over me, like whether I'm alive or dead. I can't do that to her. And his friend is like, "No, that is a horrible idea. Do not go. Do not do it." Can't convince him. The dude just goes. Obviously, as soon as I saw that, I was like, "Yeah, well, she would have probably been happy seeing you 2 years later alive, you know? Embrace an institution." Oh yeah, definitely do it. Definitely do it. That would have been probably for the best. But no. And he goes in and goes into the village, and he actually goes to ooh. He actually goes to a neighbor from the other side of the village and asks him to hide him. Like, hide me until morning. I want to talk to my mom. Help me out here. Here's the thing. Here's what's happening. Just help me out. Okay? And the neighbor is like, yeah, sure. Here's a plate of food. Here's, like, you can hide it in my bar. Everything's gonna be fine. Just, he tries to talk with him. And it's like, okay, just rest. You will do this in the morning. We'll talk in the morning. I'm gonna call your mom in the morning. All is well. And yeah, all was not well. The neighbor, the dude, was a fucking liar and a goddamn traitor. A filthy fucking traitor. And he gets sold out. Because as he finishes his meal, he sees the security forces gathering outside the barn and just surrounding the fucking barn. And it's like, I got got. I am in deep shit. I'm not getting out of this one, am I? And indeed, he does not. But what he does, I love that, in the scene itself, the scene that follows immediately after. But what he does is just, he screams out, like, you fucking, like, you traitor. You sold me out. Like, so that's how it is, huh? You sold me out, you fucking traitor. Like, my friends, they're gonna find you. Like, my friends are gonna come for you. They're gonna find you, and you will not have anywhere to hide. They will find you, and they will kill you. And, well, indeed they do. I'm pretty sure they come in, like, a few months later, and, like, the scene immediately following his death scene is them hunting the guy down, just shooting him in the field. Which is fucking awesome. But again, the scene that probably hit me the most in the entire movie, and I don't know why, I have no idea why, but the scene that hit me the most in the movie, I think, was his death scene. Well, not necessarily his death scene, as much as the process of his death. Because the dude is just, he's not gonna give up. He's not gonna surrender. The security forces are like, you're surrounded. There is no way out for you. Surrender. Give up. It's done. You're done. It's over. And obviously he's not willing to put up with that. He's not willing to surrender. He's not willing to accept that kind of shit. And he shoots them. Shoots the officer that was talking to him. Immediately just puts a bullet in his chest. Just, the dude goes down and yeah, over. Goodbye. And that's all well and good. But they start shooting back at him, obviously. And everything is well. He is actually, he's in a barn. He has the defensive position. He's in a building. So and they're in the open, for the most part. And diplomatic relations or diplomatic power? Power. But yeah, they take shots at him. For the most part, they miss. They can't actually hit him because they don't know where he is inside the barn. It's a pretty big building. But he shoots them. He shoots at them over and over. All is well. Well, all is well. It's obviously a shitty situation. He will get killed, most likely. But he's taking them with him. A lot of them, actually. And eventually one of the soldiers... Yeah, I guess they're soldiers. Just, I don't like calling them soldiers because to me they're like internal... Like it's an internal affair, but to be fair, getting the army in on internal affairs is kind of the totalitarian idea of dealing with shit, so... Yeah. Yeah. It is what it is, I suppose. So that technically counts. Let's be real, it counts. They're soldiers, even though I don't like calling them soldiers. Makes me feel icky. Don't like them. Because most of the time they spent in the movie on screen is them actually just bullying people, just beating the shit out of that innocent people for various reasons, really. So yeah, I don't particularly like calling them soldiers, referring them to as Romanian soldiers, considering I don't like it. I just don't. I don't feel like I need to justify that, to be perfectly honest. But yeah, there's like the soldiers start. Like one of the soldiers brings his mom to him. Is like, we have your mom. Give it up. Just lay down your weapon. It's over. And the dude just screams like, Mom, what the fuck are you doing here? Get the hell out. Just get out of here. Why are you here? You should not be here. And I mean, yes, but also she didn't seem to be all that coerced, weirdly enough. But I'm assuming for the most part... Ooh, yeah, another wall of text. But, marvelous. But for the most part, yeah, he's like, get the fuck out of here, Mom. What are you doing here? Get out. And he takes a shot and kills the soldier that brought her there. And just puts a bullet in him. And they keep fighting. He keeps fighting, and his mom immediately, like, she sees the soldiers shooting at him, and I'm assuming she realizes she doesn't actually have a line of text in the entire movie. I don't think. But I think she immediately realizes that her son is about to die. And she's just like sobbing. She's like taking cover. She is having a horrible time, really. And then he gets shot. He gets shot in the chest. Like, I think he takes a couple of shots or gets shot. I don't remember where exactly he got shot. I saw, I think, a bullet wound on his arm. But he was crawling. He was not having a good time. So he takes a couple of shots and screams. And the sound his mom made as she realized he got shot was gut-wrenching. Like, that was, oh, brother, that was not a good time. That was such a horrifying sound. If I go the rest of my life without hearing that, it's gonna be too fucking soon. But that being said, it's fine. It's fine. It's a good movie. And that sound was what got me the most, I feel. And they keep screaming at him to give up, to just lay down his weapon and let them catch him. Because they don't know how injured he is, they don't know how bad the situation is for him. But they want to catch him alive for information, obviously. And where's my fleet? Hello, fleet? There you are. I don't know if you're gonna make it in time, though. But, he just crawls to a wall. And, bites the bullet. You know? He just bites the bullet. For the last time. And that's the end of him. And just... his mom just keeps crying, and the way she just stops on the ladder as, like, after the soldiers have gone in to check on him after the last shot, after hearing the last shot. Yep, heavy shit, bro. Like, heavy fucking shit. And then, like, that's probably the scene that affected me the most. And there is another scene. It's a 2.5 hour movie. It's a long fucking movie. I know I'm going over time. I really shouldn't. I was planning to make this a quick episode. But one of the things that is really, like, another scene that was fascinating about that movie was the way the interaction between Moshu, between the old man, the leader, and his home village sweetheart, I suppose, like the daughter of the priest that he was close to, you know, romantically. Not actually, you know, together, because 50s or late 40s, 1940s. But neither of them have had any idea what the fuck to talk about. Like, he stops by home, to ask her father for some food and some stuff and some clothes, and she just comes to him, and they're like, neither one of them knows what to say, because they haven't seen each other in so long, and they're like, what the fuck are we supposed to talk about? Like, he's like, I have nothing to tell her about what I've been doing. And she has no idea how to say anything about what he's been doing or what she has been doing, because, well, it's been so long and the situation is so awkward. As you just stay there and like, neither one of them is talking. Like, yeah, these two were probably really close, huh? And now they don't even talk to each other. Sad. They don't even know how to talk to each other. It's like the disconnect between people that went out into the mountains to fight and the ones at home is such... It's so clear. It's interesting. It's very interesting to see. That was another one of the scenes that was really cool. But, let me think. Yeah, oh, the theme that was a thing throughout the movie that I wanted to talk about earlier. But throughout the movie, there's this theme of what it actually meant to fight in that time period and doing what they did. And besides all the other stuff, I feel like the most heartbreaking, like, disappointing thing about what was happening wasn't so much the death and the fighting and all the horrible stuff that was happening to them and the people caught and all that stuff, and constant ambushes all over the place, and them, like, at some point they got surrounded in like a mountain range, and they were like, the enemy forces, the Romanian forces, the communist forces, blocked all the entrances to the mountains, to like the area they were in, and they just couldn't go anywhere. And like, that was goddamn dangerous. And they had to, like, one of the groups, because their group was split in two at that time, and they were both in that region, and one of the groups gets out, the group with the leader, and manages to get out, and they're like, we need to show ourselves, we need to make a ruckus, so they think we got out, so they think all of us got out, so they don't actually start looking for them. Well, they don't keep looking for them, for our comrades, for our friends in the forest, in the mountains. And they do get out. It works, obviously. But one of the things that like I said, really stuck with me was the fact that they never actually lost anybody in the forests. They never lost somebody in the mountains. Not once. They got ambushed. They just ran into the dudes looking for them by chance in the forest, like all in the forest, and like on forest paths and walking between villages. And they never got killed. Not one of them got killed because of that. They always survived. They always got away. They got injured. Oh yeah, they definitely got injured. A lot of different times. They got shot. They got screwed over. They lost equipment because of it. But not once have they lost a comrade. They never lost a friend over it. The only way any of them ever died was because they got sold out. In barns, in villages, so resupplying was the most dangerous part of the whole thing. And that just really stuck to me. And like the last quote of the movie, I believe, was it the last one? But the last thing, a quote directly from the dude, the leader of this group, at the end of the movie was, "We never actually lost anyone in the mountains fighting. We only ever lost people because we got sold out. Not one person. Like, we got injured in the mountains. We never lost a person because of fighting in the mountains. That never killed anybody. That never killed any one of us. It was only getting sold out." And he just says, selling each other out and profiting off of each other's pain is a national plague. It's just, and as long as this doesn't get fixed, Romania will never be a good place to be. Like, Romania is gonna continue to suffer, and the people are gonna continue to suffer. And would you look at that? Now it's 2022, and I still agree with the sentiment. Yikes. Sad. But yeah, that was such a good movie. And I feel like now I could probably talk about the ending now. And what happened to the old man, as they call him. They get ambushed in a forest. They get ambushed, and they're in deep shit. By this point, it's 1953. They're tired as fuck. They're done with this shit. They're done with this whole thing. They've been debating crossing the borders into Serbia or Hungary, and then into Serbia and going west. Even so, like even up to Austria, if necessary, if possible. But they never really had a chance to do it, and they were always like, yeah, that's so fucking hard, and the Serbs will sell us back to the communists for a cart of grain. Like, if we go to Serbia, that quote was like, I was like, nah, yeah, that checks out. If we go into Serbia, we can go to Serbia, sure, and they'll sell us back to the communists for a cart of grain, just like that. They will not help us. Even if we go, the fuck are we gonna do by going? We're not gonna get anything. We're not gonna survive. We're just gonna be sent back. Even if we do manage to, even if they don't send us back, we're gonna end up on the streets, not even being able to speak the language. Hell, we'll probably get arrested with all these guns we have and shit. So yeah, they never actually got out. But anyway, they get ambushed. The last 8 members of the group, because they usually the way they actually traveled was really interesting, because they were very rarely together, just to keep the communists off their track. They were almost always in group of between 2 and 6, basically. And there were times when they had like 20, 30 dudes in their group. But at this point, at the end of the movie, there's there's 9 of them, including the leader, including the old man. And they get ambushed. And they get caught. They get shot. They survive. Like all 8 of them. Notice I said all 8, but all 8 of them survive. And then they get executed like a few weeks later, I believe. They just got executed, like all 8 of them. The only survivor being the old man himself, who spends the next 27 years out and about, and doing his thing and just fighting the communists for 27 years past that point, after losing everything, after losing all his friends, all his teammates, all his everybody, everything. And I was like, and funny thing is, they catch him in 70 something, and they catch him, the communists catch him, and they don't kill him, they don't execute him at that point. They make a big show, like, well, they don't make a big show of it, but like every official from the security forces goes to see him and is like, who is this motherfucker that's been running around giving us the slip for decades at this point? And they interrogate him, they just, I don't know what happened, but apparently they let him go. They let him go free. And he just went quiet, he just went and married, went and had a life. And he lived up until 2006 when he died as a free man. And that to me is insane. Like, the dude had a hell of a life. Okay, only 10 loans. Nice. But the dude had a hell of a life. And he survived. He survived communism. He went and fought communism and then survived communism. And it's, holy hell. That's one hell of a life story that I'd really like to read, but I don't know where to even pick it up from. Unfortunately, I barely found the movie. And the only reason I even watched the movie was because I had to write a review of it for school, for history. So, yeah. And this is, I'm gonna say this and just end the video, because let's be real, nobody's watching this. If you've watched this through my rambling about this movie, why? What is wrong with you? Also, thank you, I suppose. Nice to see you. But another cool scene that I'll remember is they, like, relatively early, like halfway through the movie, they meet a group of students, like they were at the beginning, who wants to join them. They're some of them just finished high school, some of them are students, some of them finished their tenure as students. Depends, really. And they're all like, we're ready to fight, we want to join you. And they just hit them hard with all the facts of what they're actually doing and what it actually means. And the hopelessness of it all, and the pain of it all. And that was a moment to me, I was like, yeah. They just laid it all out, because at the very beginning of the movie, they were actively looking for people to join them, for people to make a stand with them. And halfway through the movie, they're like, no, listen, this is not working. Like, half the reason we're still here is because we have nowhere to go back to. If we go home, we're dead. There is nowhere for us to go to at this point. We are here for the long game. Like, it's this or nothing at this point. And I was like, well, damn. Well, god damn. That was a very cool scene. Just laying out all that means, like, everything that means this fighting, this so-called, well, not really a war, this idea of rebelling against the government and the oppression. And they're like, yeah, this is not working, bro. Like, that, guys, this is not fucking working. You want to do this? You can try. You can. Yeah, this is if and they go, listen, we're gonna meet in like I think it was a year or like 6 months, I don't remember. But like, we're gonna meet again here after a while. Ooh, now that's cool. Cool, 22 tech, nice. But we're gonna meet back here after this period of time. And if you still want to do this, we'll take you on. They never actually shown the scene of them meeting again. So we don't know if they actually joined, or if like they all just bailed, or if some of them joined. Probably like I highly doubt most of them were probably just, they realized, oh shit, this is serious, let's get the fuck out of here, let's not do this. But I don't know if any of them actually came to talk with them. I'd say probably not. Some of them might have still done it. Some of them might have still like gone to fight and to join them. But they never actually showed that scene, so I wouldn't know. I would not know. So hey ho. Hey ho, what can you do? Yikes. Odyssey, Burma. Yeah, cancel it on a scene. You go there. Actually, no. You sit here. You sit here. You're both fine. Oh, the Aztecs are done already? Already, lads. Well, anyway. Let's. I don't think I can eat up all the Aztec territories at this point. No, not even close. I can't even take their capital. Wow. You guys are really putting up a fight, huh? In that case, I'm not gonna bother taking that. Just gonna take all of this. Come on, Aztecs, just give it up. But yeah, that was the movie. I'm probably just gonna call this a movie review. 1 hour and a half, basically. It might as well be a movie in and of itself, huh? But, send demand. Send demand. L. Well, that's that. That's that. That fixed that. But yes. And, yeah, this is it, really. It was such a good movie. Honestly, I love Romanian historical movies because they honestly feel so raw. Like I know it sounds weird, but like they feel genuinely raw and realistic to a certain extent, like real to a certain extent. Because mostly because of the camera work and because they're like it's mostly practical effects, if I'm not mistaken. Like I don't think we have CGI in the Romanian movie industry. I don't think we have CGI, or if we do, I've never seen it before. So it's pretty much all practical effects, if I'm not mistaken, and I might very well be. But all of it is practical effects, as far as I'm aware. But yeah. Okay, this is stupid. This is stupid. What the fuck is taking so long? Oh, I didn't tell you to actually go siege that. Well, fuck me. That's my bad. That would explain it. That would definitely explain it. But yeah. Okay, this is annoying me. Oh no, you can cross. You're fine. But yeah, this is it for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed. I don't know why you would. I've spent pretty much an hour discussing a movie, but it's a very fucking cool movie. And you know what? I don't think anybody's actually gonna find this, or if you're gonna do, well, I don't think anybody's gonna actually look for it, first of all. But if you do, for some reason, look for it, if you do want to find it, the movie is called Portretul luptătorului la tinerețe. It's a portrait of the. Let me see. Let me look this up, actually. Because if I've spent an hour and a half already, might as well. Okay, chill. It's come on, give me an English title. Give me a title in English. How the fuck do I do this? I don't know how to translate this fucking thing, but on my phone. I think it's Portrait of the Fighter as a Young Man. It's such a good movie. I'll recommend this to, well, not to anybody, not to everybody, but I will recommend this. If you like historical movies, you'll fucking love this. It has everything from a relative, like pretty much accurate to the T, like just a beautiful representation of communism and what it actually looked like for the people having to deal with that shit, to what it actually meant fighting communism, and it's just an all around a very good movie. It's long as fuck, but it's a very good movie. But anyway, this is it for this one. Nobody's watched up to here. This video is horrible for my channel. Let's be real. Oh boy, that's not good. But that's fine. But yeah, this is it for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave a like. If you didn't, well, tough. Like, subscribe, share, check out my Twitter down below, and see ya.